Hello, hello, hello. How we doing tonight? How's it going, everybody? I'm back. Sorry I took last week off. I'll catch everybody up with what happened. Nothing big. Just a little tired. That's all. Oh wait, I switched things up a bit. New setup. All right, let's see. Hello, hello. So now I can actually hear my voice. Before I couldn't. Before I was kind of guessing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Manic Mondayz, the show on the Indie Escape Network, where it is movies and mental health meet. I'm your host, CJ Robles. Tonight is a self-check episode. It's just an episode of this is the interactive vlog. Feel free to chime in and say hi, talk, whatever. We're talking movies tonight. Seen quite a few movies this past week. Didn't do a show last week because I am running on E. There we go. Sorry, that my allergies killing me. My face is swollen. My eyes are shut. But they're on when I need it. So yeah, what's going on? How's everybody going? What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, so last week I at like I guess I went to bed like at 9:30 last week. I was getting everything ready for the show earlier, but I was just exhausted. I hit like a wall, and then my I don't know. I just felt kind of more embarrassed. My eyes were like super red. My face was exhausted. My posture, and I was like, I didn't even have a voice either. I could barely talk. And I think for the most part, I was like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm kind of burnt out all over, and it's pretty obvious. So I don't want to. I want to relax a little bit. But other than that, I've been just keeping busy and having fun and always doing my movie thing. I've been working on a lot of projects, just little by little, and I have been doing a lot of. I'm doing something that I knew I was gonna do with the broadcasting, but I'm also doing something that I didn't know I was gonna be doing. So that's taking up some of my time, but it's also something I'm doing that's helping me get better at another skill that I have, and or actually two skills because I know I'm like doing two things at once. But let's get started. So decided to pick. I was like, I've been watching movies. This is the movies and mental health show. I don't have any guests today. I don't have really. I mean, it's Halloween, the last week of Halloween, and I'm very like, I enjoy every moment of the fall, and I enjoy. Man, yeah, I'm sorry. I never really use my glasses. It's just kind of my eyes hurt. But I'm just looking at it as it's the fall season, and it's time to watch movies because it's also right now it's like Halloween horror season, and it's such a great time. Even getting in on the festivities, I even did a little pumpkin there. That's how it looked when I finished. 2 days later, it basically deflated and it's garbage now. But it was a nice little attempt. It was fun to do some pumpkin carving with my son. Had a good time doing that. He picked a more challenging one, which we did, but it just kind of that one broke right away. This one lasted a little bit longer, but yeah, it was fun. Just I mean, it's been great weather outside of the allergies and outside of the all the stuff that's in the air. It's been a good time. Yeah, I mean, I'm having a blast just being able to be outside. I'm in Texas to be outside and I get roasted, and that's something I'm enjoying. But tonight's episode was going to be, a little bit more movie based, and I was like, all right, let's pick on some of the movies I've seen. Probably hit 30 minutes tonight, if that. Let's see where we get. But without holding back on the movie aspect of this, because mentally I'm doing all right. Not as burned out as I thought I was gonna be. It's like I've been recording a lot of stand up comedy lately, like live comedy shows, and editing video, and then that's something new. I never thought I was gonna be doing, but I do enjoy comedy a lot, stand up, and it's one of my things that I practice. So I really enjoy just being part of the whatever, just being part of the what's going on right here in Austin with all the comedy that's going on. There's just so much, so many scenes in the whole Austin area, and I happen to hang out with a bunch of comedians now and comics, and get to record a lot of their shows and go to a lot of the stuff. So I'm doing like like using a lot of my old journalism school background and recording live events. Uh, it makes my days longer, which I don't mind, but it's also like making me do something that I hadn't done in a minute, and I enjoy it. And I enjoy like going doing like live recordings, and now with everything broadcasting, especially with this, like this is the tip of the iceberg right now. But I've been learning a lot more. I now can do a 4 channel. I could have up to 4 people live on a podcast in one room. So I learned how to do that. I learned how to do that. I learned how to do the whole setup now. Well, I've been working on that for the last 2 weeks. I've been learning with broadcasting. I've been learning how to just have people sit down and have a conversation. I can record everything now. Something I'd been working on for a minute, and I figured it out. And I figured out the way. I don't know. I didn't realize how much I like conversation, but I figured out how to kind of get everything going, how to get everything live, how to set it all up. Learning more because there's a lot of it. There's not just the technical side and the logistical side where you're doing it like in front of the people. It's also like the back end, the recording, where you're gonna send it, how you're gonna edit, is it clean audio, what are you doing, and all the things nowadays bring in video, so you got to work on that part of it. So, but just learning how to get like I guess a broadcasting, a podcasting studio fully functional has been kind of something I've been hitting on in between everything else that I do. But yeah, I got it. It took me a couple weeks, but I got it down. But last 2 weeks I've been focused on it a little bit harder. I don't think I got it down like perfect. So I definitely need to like practice a lot more. But I definitely have it down towards where I can follow my own footsteps and see where if I need to fix anything or if I need to work on something, or just better yet, I mean, just whatever, it's something I just thought I was gonna be doing this like 2 years ago, and now I'm doing it, and it's kind of obvious, like, oh, he's doing broadcasting, but now I'm like, oh, I'm branching off more, learning more how to grow a little bit more. Just something I enjoy doing. I guess where was I going? Oh, because it's all kind of like not just conversation. It's also about life and just getting people's like view on things, on what they think about certain things, and then that's like comedy, but also do other things like just record other like I'm been broadcasting with other people in other fields just to see what their conversations are like, and I'm learning a lot about it. I'm learning a lot. Like I said, learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about how people communicate. It's everybody has an awareness now. I think we're all Zoom ready. I think we're all living here in the box now, where it's either. I mean, honestly, you have to live there, but I'm saying we're all comfortable with it now. Like the more people that I interact with while I'm doing like a live broadcast, the more, or just like a recording, the more personalities I see, the more character traits I see of people, and it is kind of fun to see somebody be like sit down and be like, I don't know, do I do like they don't know how to tell you that they prefer, like, they have a good side, good or bad side. So they don't want to be in the angle, but they don't want to be a pest. So but it's like kind of you see the person once they switch it, they feel more comfortable, and then maybe they don't. Or I don't know. I always thought that was funny. Just because I guess I'm like that too, but I'll figure out my own little world or my own little thing, how I'm gonna sit and how I'm gonna station myself. But just like seeing people, just just little small little things. You think I should wear this coat? I'm like, it's gonna be hot. There's gonna be lights on and stuff, and we're be inside, so giving them that idea. But then sometimes they muscle it out, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna wear it anyways. But just I'm sharing that because I'm setting everything up and having conversations with people right before they go through their thing, and I think like now, like even like with work and people doing broadcasting, and it's just something that we all stay connected in. Like if I can work with somebody on the East Coast now, and someone on the West Coast were from Texas, which has always been around, but now it's like for me it's like a thing, like, well, I never thought about that. Like it's easy, we're all on the same, like kind of the same time, depending on where you're at, a little difference, but we all share the same time, same amount of time, 24 hours in a day, which got me to be like movie quotes. I was like, what kind of movie quote can I look up before I get started? And this one came up, and I was like, I think this is kind of, I mean, although this is Halloween season and we're getting ready to move on to Thanksgiving, and then the holidays, the other holidays. Oh man, the other day so my brother, my kid brother's been here. He was with me for the last like 2.5 days, and I took him. Yeah, like I took him to the theater with me. I've been working. I worked 4 days in a row at theater. And I took him the other night, and that's not me. That's him. So I let him see let him sit in the driver's seat there for an improv show. Shout out to the Pioneers every Saturday night at 8 o'clock at the Fallout Theater. Go check them out. They've been doing that show for a while, and but I let him see his first improv show for the first time, and he really he liked it. He enjoyed it. He laughed. He got it. He stayed focused. He was just there in the moment. And I was just sitting there on the side, just checking it out. He was there for about 20 minutes, just kind of. He was sitting there watching it. So it's about a 45-50 minute show, but yeah, I let him check it out. Something he'd never seen before, and he liked it. So I like working in the booth. Like it's another aspect of it. Like that's a job that I have. I mean, it's more of a hobby. Like, I enjoy with learning and working with actors and working with the theater house and learning how to do a lot of that. But I'll say that working, like, seeing that, like, to me, theater is like live editing, where this is also, like, right now, what I'm doing now, all these little cuts, clips, and everything is a live edit. But like, going into the, I guess, what do we call the Matrix, or what I'm about to talk about, Tron, look, check this out. I kept dreaming of a world I thought I'd never see, and then one day I got in. Kevin Flynn, Tron Legacy, portrayed by Jeff Bridges, and I like this quote a lot, especially for where I'm at right now, like, mentally, just kind of seeing where everything's at, and where everything's at, like, for my, just arts and myself and, like, hobbies and just everything, like the Indie Escape Network, a lot of things got going. It's kind of just weird because I'm every day doing something, so it feels like I can have a lot of things to talk about, but at the same time, to sit down and collect all those thoughts is a lot. But I did like this because it's like, it's showing you hope. It's showing you through a movie. You're listening. This isn't the beginning of the movie as well. You're imagining a place that doesn't exist, and one day you find that place or you create it. And I think I like that kind of, vision. Where are we at? Where are we going? Where can we see? Where do we project ourselves? Where do we see ourselves? It's a good self thing to have. But also, I also think, like, in this, like, in worlds and waves that we create things, and through movies we all get together and create things, and we all have, like, understanding. But you don't give up, and that's, I think, what my Manic Mondays has been for me, is just a place where I can come and talk and relax and kind of get to know people. And all the interviews I've done up until this point, I've enjoyed and I love, because I'm learning from them. A lot of the stuff I've learned, I'm applying. So it just takes time. I'm in real time right now. So the fact that I'm in real time constantly on this, it's like I go back and I watch the episodes, and I'm like, well, yeah, I was doing that. Now it's over. Oh, cool. So it's like a pain as you're going through it. I have a role I have to play this week, and I haven't done it yet. I'm supposed, it's like a video role, but I have to use this stuff. This for a character I'm creating, and I've my character uses nail polish. So I haven't put it on yet because I didn't buy nail polish remover. I don't. So I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't really want to walk around. I know it's a trend right now. I know, and then my brother does it too. Like, people paint their nails, and it's a trend that I don't know. It's a new something, something to get to know yourself. Oh, it's raining, and that's another thing. It's been raining. Like, it's been on my, like, so I go on my morning jogs to kind of relax me, and they kind of help me just unwind and maybe get some ideas out. But when you run in the morning when it just rained, but it's cool, not in the summer when it rains, it gets, like, real humid. But in the fall and the winter, it rains, and it like a drizzle, it feels really nice. So it helps you, makes me just kind of float or fly into the clouds, like like in the Matrix where Neo flies. It's just like, but I think for the quote that I chose, I really like it. Just, it's about I guess I can even use the word faith, because you have to kind of believe in something, have a faith in something that one day there'll be something there that you created, and maybe it'll make sense. Kind of like the View Skew, Kevin Smith's world. But a lot of the things that I've been doing and we've been working on lately, a lot of stuff I've been working, still hanging out. I'm not working. I've been hanging out with Chainsaw Jerry, Ellen Danziger, and it's been fun. Yesterday we did he went to a pumpkin patch in Bastrop, Texas, and we went out there to sign autographs. He signed autographs. He, not like me, but I helped him out, helped him set up. I kind of he signed out his autograph, took some photos, and it was a pretty cool little special event. Was yesterday, the alpaca Halloween party. It was pretty cool. The problem is, we have this thing called Circus of America, and it's like in East Austin. I mean, eventually it'll be Austin, but it used to be out in the country. They built a Formula One racetrack, which I don't know what that brings. And I don't want to say anything bad. I don't know anything about it. I have nothing, but I do know what would have taken me maybe a 30, maybe a 40-minute drive out to the country ended up taking me an hour and 40 minutes, because when people leave the racetrack, it's an event. People leave. So whenever you go like to a sporting event or a concert or maybe a place like even like a marathon or something where it's a lot of people and then they all like disperse and go all everybody has to go out their own ways. It's not bad when those little things have like maybe a couple hundred people, maybe a couple thousand people. I found out that the F1 had 440,000 people. That's a little city inside in the middle of like the country on a Formula racetrack. So all those people were getting out, and one of the main highways got taken over by them. And man, I was just happy I had a full tank of gas because I was like I was not expecting this. It wasn't even on the GPS. It just as I got there, the time just started adding and adding and adding and adding, and you couldn't go anywhere. It was a gridlock. But it was insane. But going out there was a good time, a good experience. Showed up just a little bit late. Nothing. I mean, I took off early. I was like, something's wrong. But we had alpacas, we had Chainsaw Jerry, and had some fans there. People recognized them like from the movies. I mean, those kids were like, "Hey, we saw that movie last week." It was fun. And then Alan's 80 years young, so I was learning from him, and he's got a lot of stories to tell. It's been fun just kind of helping him out here and there with this pop up there. I have fun, like, cause I'm from the area, so I get to go around these little cities and check them out a little bit different. Yeah, some people are, man, some people are really like damn rude, man. But I don't know if they know they're being rude. I don't know. I feel like we're in the age of people thinking they're all like smart asses, I guess, or really clever, and they come off as a little, ugh, especially out in the country. But let's talk some movies because I've been watching them, and I want to say one of our own shows 2 weeks ago. You always go back and archive the shows on the Indie Escape Network. All the shows, if you see somebody in the title, or if you see something that you want to watch, you can always go back. You just like and subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and we have the IG account. And you can always go back to watch something that we've previously had. Watch some of my shows. Go back in them because they to me, it's is definitely for the film people. Ooh, that is rain. It is definitely, or is that just wind? I can't tell. But it is literally for the people that have a art, or the Indie Escape Network is, it's not just for movies, but we're movie based, but it's also like music and painting and writing and whatnot. But or just people like to create things. But like this past episode, or it's like 2 episodes maybe ago, or I know it's for sure 2 weeks ago. Brandon E. Brooks on IOU, Industry Outlaws United. He had William Ragsdale on, and he was Charlie Brewster from Fright Night. I should have, where did I put that? Oh, this is, I took down the other photo, but from the one on the left. Yeah, that's the Fright Night, the remake on the right. But the one on the left, he's the original the protagonist, and he's been in a lot of movies, and because of the show, I prepped up by watching Fright Night 2. And let's see, boom, Fright Night 2. Because of the episode, I watched it. Oh, sorry, I saw that after. This is the one I saw after the episode. I saw Fright Night 2, and I gotta say, for let's look it up real quick. Let's see what Fright Night 2 was on the the Rotten Tomato, because I think, here we go. Let's see what they say. Oh, 36 tomato meter score, and the audience score is a 43. But I will say that I don't know. I think it's a hidden gem. More a little bit taboo, and a little bit more of a, maybe a little bit ahead of its time in a way. But yeah, I just had it down here because I was reading some of the comments on the movie, and Fright Night 2. I think it's got the number 2 in it, and I wonder exactly how you make a good sequel. And as I'm looking at this one, I'm like, it's kind of is a good sequel. It picks up where it left off in a way, and the characters, you don't need to, like, the characters are going through something new, and you don't have to re-educate them. They already kind of know things, and then sure enough, it's a different. You got to have like different villains and different approach to things. But all in all, I think it's a little bit, especially learning how to make movies back then and what I know now, and how to make movies like then. It had to be really hard. But I did like this comment. Well, it says, while it may not have all the charm or originality of Holland's first entry, and remember, you can go back to End of the Night episode. We recently had Tom Holland, I think about 3 weeks ago on the show. And it's a capably made sequel that contains some expected horror sequel cliches, and yet in the end stands as an entertaining and underrated follow-up. I'm picking up that. Here's someone with the with the not good score. It says nothing more than a cheapo regurgitation of its predecessor. I get if you kind of look at it like that. I think a lot of the stuff it had in it was these are just comments and opinions and whatnot. But I think a lot like it was also like '88, so a lot of the new stuff that was coming into the scene of just like society and whatnot. A lot of like the new wave had already gone through. This is definitely like an '80s movie. But definitely I will say that for Fright Night 2, all in all, from beginning to end and how it's made, the characters. It also has even like was it John Grease that he was the werewolf, and he was a werewolf in Monster Squad. So he's got so far he's got two werewolf credits on his resume there. But I got to say that Williams Ragsdale was in a movie that I grew up loving, and it is not it's a comedy, but I think I liked it a lot because it was just it's a guy working in a department store falling in love with, yes, a mannequin. Mannequin 2 on the move. It's called, I think I read it was called Mannequin on the Move, and then they had to put the 2 so people knew it was the sequel. With Christine Swanson, like he like that's the love interest. Like I mean, wow, what a love interest to have. I saw this one before the interview, and I was like, man, it ages to me well. I think it was funny. I think it still hit all the marks. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I remember watching that movie when I was a kid, and I think I want to say I did watch it at the theater with my aunt Sylvia. I think I did watch because I remember like watching this, like being like, oh, I'm in a theater watching a movie that's in the felt like it was in a theater, but it was like in the stock room. But I remember being like, oh, okay. But I kind of sworn I saw this movie because it wasn't. I was little. I was real little, but I was remembering it. But I do like there's an opening montage scene there where the main character William he gets ready to go to work, and maybe I could look it up real quick without actually getting in trouble. I don't know. We'll see. But he goes to work, and let me put that back. He's getting ready to go, and he does all this stuff. Like he's a little bit late, but he's pretty cool. He drives a Jeep that doesn't have any like roof, doors, windows. The way he has a security lock, he takes off the steering wheel, and there's kind of like a running gag on that, just in a little bit in the beginning. But it's like he's brushing his teeth. He rinses his mouth out with Diet Coke. Like just kind of he's got like his hair looks nicely cut. He wears sunglasses, got the skinny tie. Like it's definitely a trendy movie. And you know what? I gotta give a shout out because hold on, let's go real quick because one of the lead characters in the movie did pass away not too long ago, and I was like, oh, when I found that out, I was like, you know. But let's see where was that because I loved I love both mannequins, but this one it's always like the I guess the timing you watch it or which one you watch first or whatnot. Because I think I saw Mannequin, the first one. I think I saw it first, and then I saw this. Yeah, because I kind of saw like the back to back. This would be great for side by side movies with Ben and I. I gotta get Ben on this one. Mannequin and Mannequin on the Run, Mannequin 2. I think that would be like I mean, Terry Kaiser's in this one, and he plays such a crazy like villain. I think it's funny. Misha Taylor is Hollywood Montrose. Like, does a great job. And I love that character. Growing up watching Hollywood just do the the quotes. You were in the army, Hollywood Montrose. Almost. They were looking for a few good men, and so was like those little quirks were funny. But I think this movie was is always gonna be like a deep to me, like just a movie that I love watching. I love the just watching with my aunt and just seeing it like it's a love story, you know. And also now as I'm older and I see all the characters that the guy has, he's got the boss that's by actually played by does a really good job. Oh, I missed my spot. Where we at? Played by Stuart Pankin. He plays Mr. James. He's one of my favorite character actors. But I think I preferred. I mean, I preferred to watch this movie. It was just kind of funny just seeing a lot of like you have the flamboyant boss in Montrose, then you have the Mr. James character that just plays like the opposite of them, which is like the higher boss, but like he's more of a prick because he has to be. And then they have like the soldier guys on like the villains. Well, not even bad guys. They're just kind of misled by the Terry Kaiser villain, and you just kind of walk around. It's got a lot of parts. I think it was this is definitely a '90s movie that was executed, I think, well. I think well enough to be like more like, oh, it's I don't know, it's enjoyable, but a lot, even the stuff like the guys that were in the movie were what we found out in IOU, the soldier guys, they were portraying Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they didn't know who Arnold Schwarzenegger was. So they were telling them, so they had to kind of figure it out on the fly. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I remember. You're saying, but that's even funny, like learning about that about movies. See, that's the thing, like all movies that I enjoy watching and that are still around, and I get to watch them. Like I enjoy like I get to know the stuff that happens behind the scenes, or just like how they got to where they have to be. But that being said, I can't really, I don't have my glasses on. I can't really see the little things, but it's almost 30 minutes. So that's all I kind of wanted to go on. I just wanted to come on and say I'm here. I got a few movies, a few more things I want to talk about. But yeah, like last week I was just beat up. I was just, because every Monday comes and you gotta be ready. And as quick as I can do edits and quick to do everything, I still I don't like being in front of the computer all day. I don't like being on my phone all day. My eyes like get beat up, and especially right now this time of year, with cedar coming in, when there's what ragweed and mold. Like sometimes I wake up and I feel great inside my house and everything's doing good, and I walk outside the door and it just hits me. I'm taking elderberry. I just started though last week, so I've only been doing it for a week. But it takes about a week, or like 2 or 3 weeks to like kick in to really start. It helps you build up like your immune system, and then it's good for cedar, like the cedar berry to take, just kind of build up an immune system, because come January, hell or high water, it's coming, and when that cedar hits, oh, it's gonna be horrible. Boogers, eyes burning, crying everywhere. It's all coming. But I feel like what I've been doing, more of a holistic thing by taking elderberry, and then I've been doing that for like 4 or 5 years now, and it seems like I should have started September, so when it hits now, like when the rain will help out a lot. Rain helps out, like keeps everything down. So hopefully tomorrow morning it'll just be like mold or something. Living in Central Texas, I didn't have issues coming from the border, but moving to Central Texas and being here almost 20 years, I developed a lot of like pollen allergies and stuff. So it just happens, I guess, where you're at. Um, but that being said about Texas, this weekend we will have Big Texas Comic Con, San Antonio, Texas. Looking forward to this. I haven't been to a convention in a minute, even though I've been kind of helping out with these miniature ones. I mean, I love them. So it's like it's kind of cool for me to actually be on the other side now. I mean, it's not like I did anything big, but like I mean, look what they're gonna have. So we have quite a few guests for the Big Texas Comic Con, and let's go share it because I will be there. I know I always plan to be there all 3 days, but I'm probably gonna only be there Sunday because that's what always happens. But look at this. Look who we got. We got AC Slater himself, Mario Lopez, Sunday only. Like, that's going to be a crazy day. We got the Green Ranger, White Ranger, and I think he possibly had played a little bit of Red Ranger, Jason David Frank. He'll be there all 3 days. We got Rufio, Dante Bosco. Rufio. Oh, look. Oh, let me keep going. I'm going backwards, actually. Let's just go. Okay, because we also have James Jude, Courtney, Michael Myers. Is he? He's the same one from? Because I just recently saw Halloween Ends. Is he the Halloween Ends guy? Is it someone? If anybody's watching this, please let me know. So we also have Matt Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and I already met Zach Morris, but I'm meeting him again. Mark Paul Gossner. They got some pretty cool. There, Jamie Kennedy, Anthony Michael Hall. We got some great people coming. Oh yeah, they also have who is the keep going down. I think Kane's coming. Irene Bedard, she's a Pocahontas. Oh, someone canceled here. Billy West, I already met him. I met him online, but I get to meet him in person. There he is, Kane. It goes with Glenn Jacobs. Rikishi, good looking forward. I love my wrestlers. I love meeting wrestlers at conventions. Yeah. I can't even see the dang name. Phineas and Phoebe. There we go. Phineas. I forgot his first name. But yeah, guys, it's gonna be a great little Comic Con. We'll see what I can get. See what interviews I can go into. Because I do enjoy going to a convention. I do like learning. I have a few questions I have for some of the attendees, and I'm looking forward to it. That's what we're here. So it brought me here to the Indie Escape Network, or that's what we started here. I mean, that's what brought me here to just everybody on the online and what I'm trying to say, conventions, online conventions, like because it's just something I enjoy doing, and we have everybody here on the network likes talking about it too. So you know, we get bring some stuff to the table. But it's just, I mean, I don't make excuses, but man, it's exhausting. It's doing the event and then having to like post about it and stuff. So he is the shape is what they call uh in Halloween Ends. Let's talk about it real quick because I did watch it, and I do want to know what anybody has to say about Halloween Ends because did evil finally die tonight? Is it gone? Is evil? Can we talk about it? Yeah, I think people have been seeing enough of it. I read a lot of posts of people talking about it, and then once I watched it, I don't really want to ruin it or anything, but I like the angle they went in. I think, in my opinion, it should have kind of literally they set themselves up to like piggyback their way into this third one, and I kind of feel like they went somewhere else with it. But I did. Oh man, it's got a 5 on IMDb ratings. So it's like a 50-50. The death scenes still pretty good. I think I like about the death scenes in this movie. In this whole like the last the Halloween begin or is it Halloween 2018 and then Halloween Kills and then Halloween Ends. Like all of those the death scenes they changed them up a bit. They're not like your standard death scenes and a lot of like jump cuts and scare and all that. But this one I gotta say a lot of there's just a lot of death, and but the story itself, I can see how some people are upset with it. I can see how the Laurie Strode character. I can see how people get upset with that. I can see it's like I guess it says here, the saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax in the final installment of this trilogy. I'll say that this is horror thriller is what it's recommended, but I will say that it did have that like it didn't like kind of backtracked a little bit from the kills to the ends. Like I feel like kills had a lot of momentum, where this one didn't really have any of that. I like the idea though. I like the concept of it. I like the way they went at it and the way they thought about it. In some aspects, I might even like just except for the ending, obviously, of Halloween Ends. Like I could even say Halloween Kills could have been like the third one too in this installment. Like if you, I mean, it's supposed to be the same kind of night, I guess, but not in this the Hollywood Ends ones. But see, I don't want to ruin it. But check it out, watch it yourself, see what you think. I thought this was great. I thought, and I'll get to talk to Michael Myers and stuff, or the Shape, this weekend if he shows up. Hopefully everything goes well. But yeah, I see I saw the movie. I see the comments. I see what people are saying, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of 50-50 see what they say. But these movies have been around for a long time. I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre has been around 50 years, and then Halloween's been around another 150 years. Like these movies have been around for a minute. Times have changed, characters have changed, people have changed, writing technique, everything's changed, society's changed. So it is tough just to make a movie, and especially one that has like the moral legacy. I wonder if with these main 80s or 70s, 80s horror icons, are we gonna be more like are they gonna be more like now they've been around so are they just be parodied? Are they gonna just be more for like for beginning like horror filmmakers, or is it like you can start off by doing a fan film and then go into branching off and doing your own thing, or is it just going to be we're just gonna keep like rehash tagging everything, redoing it, rebooting? Just it's gonna be instead of allowing a new, I mean, Terrifier 2, Art the Clown is killing it, literally killing it, and I'm thinking that maybe that might be another way of doing it, just kind of just make your movies and get a fan base. You know, Halloween Ends. It's the thing is the movie's well made as a movie in general. As just a regular movie, I think it's amazing. But as in like being a true fan and understanding everything, I could totally see it. I just like I watch movies from like my purpose and hopefully I can understand it. But when I start seeing people talk about it and all this stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense. Oh man, I'm getting blowing up about work. Wow. Psh, it's not till tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think I'm done. I already hit 35 minutes. Kind of went through the topics a little bit. I think a good pace. I just want to hit 30 minutes. But yeah. I next Monday's Halloween. I don't even know what I'm gonna. Well, I know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to have a show. I might try. I don't know. It's not gonna work because I'm gonna be in a little town doing trick or treating, and it's probably gonna start at like 6, and I'm probably not gonna end till like 10. So I'm probably not. And that's like my time. So that'll be like 11 on the East Coast. But I think for the most part, maybe try something, maybe not. I don't know if I'll be here next week for the show. I mean, I have my equipment with me. I just don't know if it'd be wise. I don't know if it'd be wise. So I will be out of town. But I can have like now. That's what I'm saying. Now I could literally bring. I can bring live streaming anywhere because I figured it out for myself. For I can how I can like jump on and do stuff. And but yeah, I think maybe next Halloween we'll think about it. I'll think about it because I do have a guest for the week after Halloween. I'll start having guests coming in. I have 2 guests for November. Trying to get as many. Or I mean, you got Thanksgiving week. Trying to see how I can finish the year out with at least like bring in 5 or 6 guests. See what I can do for the beginning of 2023. Start sharing a bunch of the stuff I've been working on. That'd be cool too. Share on with some people because I feel a lot of the guests that I've had on have helped me understand myself a little bit better, but understand how to get where I need to get and where I need to be. And I think a lot of just the conversations, just being people and people taking their time to like let me interview them, let me talk to them is pretty cool. And you know what? I didn't even check. I could like just okay, cool. Still learning. Like I said, like saying like still learning. But not just learning the stuff I already know, but learning just to kind of always be on top of it, maybe to figure it out. But I want to share. I went to the other day. I woke up and I wanted chicken pot pie for some reason. I guess it was just cool, and I was like, I could go for some chicken pot pie. And we went to go eat at this place called Jack Allen's, which I thought it was supposed to be like super expensive, but it wasn't that expensive. But I had they had the soup chicken pot pie. I took one to go, and I had that the other day for breakfast yesterday before we took off. Oh, it was amazing. This is my manic movies is gonna be my manic media is gonna be my food. That I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch some for the because I still got Monday next week Halloween, but I doubt it. But for my manic media, it's gonna be cooking. Nah, it's gonna be watching movies though. I'm gonna try to see how many movies I can get in this week for Halloween and see if I can get at least get 4 or 5 in. Because even like watching Trimmers a couple weeks ago, watching it with a different point of view was great. Watching Phantoms, and I'm still gonna prove how Ben Affleck's the bomb in that one. Watching Phantoms, it's like I'm slowly frightened too. I watched both these movies back to back. I did get Ben on this. This might be a side by side episode we lead into because Ben needed he needed a little time off, and I needed a break too. So we're taking a little break, but we'll get back on it next week or the first week in November is what he said. And hey, maybe Tron. I do like Tron. There's 2 of them. I do like Tron. We can learn about it. But where was I going? Oh, this is what I ordered. It was the ribeye. I think it was a ribeye country hash, and that's Haldane sauce with some poached eggs. That's pickled cabbage. That's pretty good. But other than that is like chopped up ribeye. It was nice, mighty fine. The ribeye. Oh, and I also I'll leave with this that I thought was pretty cool last night, because I am a producer on some movies on my IMDb, thanks to the Indiegogo. Being a executive producer on Killer Campout 2 and on Area 5150. I am also associate producer on The Evil 3. And yesterday, while we were doing the event, but I got a phone call. I got because for Indiegogo you can pay for, I was like $30. I paid for a on-set call, so I got to talk to it was kind of. I was a lot of things happened all at once where I didn't really get to enjoy it too much. It was my fault. It was on my end because they called me and they're like, "Hey, we're on set. We're doing a video call." I got to talk to Brett Ragnar, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I was like, "Well, I'm here with Chainsaw Jerry," so we all kind of talked for a little bit. But it was cool sharing their set. We're sharing our kind of like day set kind of thing. But I like that. I got to give it up to CJ Vecchio for being a pretty good like just inclusive filmmaker in the sense that like you're a producer, he gives you behind the scenes stuff and he brings you in. and he shares a lot with you, and it's been helping me kind of understand how to like, kind of make a movie. Like, I mean, how to make like a movie and like enjoy it and have like things to do with it and these perks, and it's just fun. Like the way he's been I've been seeing his posts, so it's pretty cool. Gotta give a shout out to the other CJ. But that's pretty cool. That ooh, I better get off before the power goes. I don't have to worry. I have a generator now. It's just this big, but hey, we'll see. Well, I guess we're done. We'll see what I can show up with next week, if that, or maybe we'll get you on the next one. So what would that be, like November 6th? I guess, is that what the date is? Because it was the first on Tuesday. Maybe I don't know how to do this. I can't do the math right now. But I'll let everybody go. And the one viewer, thank you for watching this whole episode. Thank you for hanging out with me. Don't know who you are, but thanks for hanging out. Yeah, still grinding, still going away, trying to prepare for more things down the line. But this is the interactive vlog with the movies and mental health, and my movies have been helping me out get through things. And just I like the fall. I have a harder time in the summer, and I like the fall weather a lot more. It helps me get down to like figuring things on what I want to do, but or I'm not figuring out, but like when I'm working on something, I don't know, I guess the heat doesn't beat me down. I don't know, excuses, but I enjoy this the spring weather. I mean, the spring weather and the fall weather. I enjoy the rain. I enjoy it all. I'm probably gonna go outside and hang out a little bit before I go to bed with this rain. Oh, we got a lot of rain. I'm loving it. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out here on my Manic Mondayz, the movies and mental health podcast show. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the Indie Escape Network, where we have YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IG, and to say the least, and TikTok. Yeah, go ahead and like the channel. We got, or the the network, and keep up with us, because we have a lot of information for anybody who's interested in some of the materials we broadcast and all the content we create. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out, and I'll see you all later. You have a good night, and take care, and enjoy your Halloween. Enjoy dressing up. Enjoy getting candy. Enjoy passing out candy. Enjoy it all. It's fun. It comes out once a year, and I don't know. I think when we did the pumpkins the other day, it was fun in a way. And then like 2 days later, they deflated. But I'm willing to do it again. And plus, I got those pumpkins for free, so I'm not even gonna complain at all. I was we were at the pumpkin patch. I was at the other day. The owner, Chris, was like, "Here, take some." I was like, "Sure, we can have them have fun at home." But my son had a good time carving up some carving it up. He was carving. He was stabbing like Michael Myers, or the Shape. He's the little Shape. But all right, everybody, thank you, and I will see you next week. And have a good night.